morning. How you doing?
Hey, great to be with y'all, both of y'all. So I'm going to start with you, Sam. I really want to hear about what got you into the role you're in, and then tell us what that role is.
Michelle Lane got me into this role. She's my best friend. Went to Nathan Hill High School together, and she was in the in crowd. I was the out crowd because I was a church kid. Church kid, did not know anything outside of choir rehearsal and Sunday school and things of that nature. And so growing up, being around people like Michelle, around people like Elias, they helped me explore my creative side. That went beyond the choir stand, it went beyond the pulpit. And maybe 7 years ago, I started Townsend School of Music and Arts, where I was able to start trying to train other upcoming singers and choir directors of that nature. And then just took a turn. It just wasn't what I was feeling. And so Michelle, a couple months ago, I guess, asked me to become the program director at Axon Stage, develop this amazing program called Renaissance 20, where we're able to give other up and coming, we call them young artists, opportunities to explore their giftedness.
Oh my goodness. This is, we're going to get into it because you have no idea how excited I am about this program. Elias, same for you. You know, your background, I have seen you for years being involved in community events, just the arts in general. Tell us about your background and what your title and role is at Axon Stage.
I am the piano instructor and I came into Axon Stage as a board member initially when we started a few years ago. And this opportunity came up just recently, so we're excited about it.
Wow.
I grew up in church like Sam did, and always played. I was involved in music from a young age, and I'm just excited about being able to give back and bring up some up and coming young artists.
Yeah, this right here for me is everything, because when we are really pouring into our young people, we really see the benefit over time. For me, I'm excited because I saw Axon Stage has been producing some amazing social media. Shout out to my girl Gabby in the building. It's been great to kind of just see these behind the scenes. You know, tell us what you love and why you're here, and to see people really be able to connect to you all as those who are making it happen at Axon Stage. It's a really great way, I think, of bringing community in. Sam, what are some of the things you're really excited for? Tell us about Renaissance 20 and some of those top things of mine for you in terms of the excitement to launch this program.
You know, one of the main things that I'm excited about is being the person to develop this program, and being the person who's able to bring other young people in. When I was growing up, I was a little bit more forward because I had friends in the area. I had older people in the area who played the piano or knew this and that, and I could go to their house and they would share different things with me. And I don't see that so much now in the community. And I also don't see the type of young people who have the wherewithal to get out there and find and search, because we're so spread out. And so I'm excited about being the person who can bring all these different elements in, because I know people like Elias. I know people like Erica Walker, who's going to be teaching our music class. I know different artists. I've been exposed to, I can't dance, I don't have rhythm, but I played Cap Calloway at Langston Hughes, you know? And so I can help young people come out of their comfort zone, realize that there's more out there beyond their little circle. And so I'm excited about being that person, that conduit, that connection for them. Axon Stage is offering this program, Renaissance 20. We're offering programs in vocal music, piano, as Elias will be teaching, and also drama and acting.
Yeah, when I saw this, your interview in particular, where you're talking about this program, I was like, oh, yes, because it's so necessary when we think about pouring into the next iteration of those who are going to be hitting the stage, like a Sarah Russell, right, for instance, and having something that's anchored in community to really reach out to the young people. I love that Axon Stage is the steward of this. Elias, when you think about music and the ways that musicality plays such a key role in storytelling, what are some of the things you're excited for in terms of being the piano instructor for these young folks who may have never touched the keys, but through you and in this program, they're going to get some major experience in what it looks like to be the one on the keys, bringing music to life.
You know, one of the things that I run into a lot these days are people of age, 18 plus or 20 plus, that say, I always wanted to play the piano. I always wanted to act. I always wanted to be in theater, but never really had the conduit or the outlet to do it. What I think this does is it gives them access. That's why the behind the scenes stuff is so cool, because it lets people kind of reach out and touch you and makes you a little bit more accessible. They say, oh, I can probably do this. And it gives them, some encouragement or some courage. We've done collectively, I think we've done a lot of stuff over the community. Sam was on the Grammys. I don't know if you guys know that. We have played for, directed, done music for a lot of national artists, done stuff all over the community, at the Benaroya, at the this and the that. But I don't think there's anything more important than pouring into our youth, because that's the next generation. That's the next, and I think that I feel like collectively we haven't done a real great job of that. I mean, if you look at some of the programs that are going away at schools, it's usually the arts programs, the singing programs, the dancing programs, and they may be able to catch it on an after-school program if those exist. But those are the things that get taken away first, and I think they're the most vital, because I think artists make the best humans.
I love it. And I'm inclined to agree with you on that one. Well, I will say too that for me, the greatness about this is to create a motto now, like a mold, which, needs to be all over Washington State, if you ask me. But I love that it's starting with Acts on Stage, because Michelle and Isaiah are so deeply rooted and connected to community. And a lot of times you have young folks who want to take this pathway, but it means that their parents are coming out of pocket for it, and also sending them to institutions with instructors who don't look like them. And for me, I dealt with that, right? Like I started at 9 years old, and I ended up going to a place in Bellevue, you know what I mean, to learn how to be on camera, to learn all the things when it came to modeling and acting and all of that. I learned that in like a really white-led institution where I was the only Black kid in my cohort. And every time that I got to one class after another, I experienced that over and over again. So I just thought it was the norm. So I get really excited. And this is, hey, y'all don't even know how on time this is. Just last week, my 9-year-old son said to me, I want to act, Mom. I want to be in movies. I want to be on play, because he goes to plays with me. And he can sing. He started singing, and I said, "You're carrying a tune." So then I saw this, and I was like, "Oh my word!" This for me is what is so necessary for young folks like my son, who were just like me. When you think about the key takeaways that a young person can gain through this experience, I want to ask both of y'all to share your insight on some of those key takeaways that are going to be so impactful for young folks when they participate in Renaissance 20. I'll start with you.
When I was younger, I was very insecure, very introverted. And so one of the things that I'm excited about is providing spaces where they can develop like Elias said, develop their courage, their self-esteem. But one of the main things I'm really excited about is they're going to get something through this program that they won't get anywhere else in the entire world. And that's us. That's our heart and our passion, because anybody can teach you how to play the piano and how to read a script and how to sing a song. But we can teach you the heart of it and the passion of it and how to discover yours. We're not just pouring in education, we're pouring ourselves into them. I'm pouring 40 years of music ability into them, 40 years of passion into them. And you can't buy that anywhere.
So true.
I think one of the cool things is there's a lot of avenues that one can take when it goes into the creatives. But I think what we get to do is teach them and encourage them to bring out their self, their own personal story, their own personal experience, and input that with the arts and create something amazing.
Yeah. See, for me, this is the kind of discussion that just it adds to my joy in a way that's like insurmountable, because I realize, like, as we create the pathways for folks to dive into their creativity, bring themselves out, people don't realize as you learn about doing characterization, you're learning so much about yourself, right? Because as I was asking Sarah, how do you bring your lived experience into any role that you play? Oftentimes, we already know you're going to play it different than somebody else is going to play it, no matter what's on the script. There's these nuances of body language, of emotionality that you bring to anything you're doing. And, seeing Tia's one woman show at Acts on Stage, I was so blown away, right? And I've known Tia since we were kids, and so to see her progress in this way, I'm like, whoa, Acts on Stage is doing something that no one else is doing, and providing a platform for the talent that we know exists here to thrive, to be seen, to be heard, to be felt. So I just want to thank both of y'all for taking the charge to say, we're going to bring my 40 years. I'm going to bring all my tons of years of experience, and I'm going to bring my passion and care for these young folks to this platform and to this place in particular. Of course, I got to give you time. You can look right there. Let folks know, how do they connect with Acts on Stage, and how do they apply and get their young folks into Renaissance 20?
Go to our website, actsonstage.com. You can add the www, but it's extra typing. actsonstage.com. Go to the Renaissance 20 tab, and the form to register is right there. It'll come directly to me. You'll get a thank you message from me, and I'll be contacting you directly to give you more information about how to get your kids enrolled.
Amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. I didn't even ask about the how you picking the kids. We'll have to see that y'all are going to pick some amazing folks. And I know it's probably going to be a jam-packed program, because there's a lot of young folks who are looking forward to this. I'm just grateful that the Day with Trae got to help explain this to the rest of the world and share what y'all are doing. Thank y'all both so much.
Thank you.
Thank you guys.
Absolutely.
Oh